Hey everyone, it's Jodi here, and today we're going to be talking about something that is so near and dear to my heart, teen anxiety. It just seems like more and more teenagers and young people are really overwhelmed and feel totally out of control of their world. And I understand that because it kind of is chaos happening out there, but I'm here to tell you that you have more control than you think you do, and that this anxiety doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you have a mental illness. It means that your mind got caught and you don't know how to think of it. And I'm going to teach you some ways to think about this anxiety so that you can get rid of it, because anxiety is highly treatable. It is temporary. You are not going to have to feel like this forever if we could change the way you see it. And there's 4 things that I just want you to know. I mean, I can't cure you in this episode, but I'm going to get you on the right path and give you hope that there is a way to do it, a way to go forward, and you could get yourself there. And then you could come to my website and there's tons more there for you, or you could go get my book. But I want you to know it's temporary. You're not crazy. You're not going crazy. And we can get you better, I promise. So here's 4 things to keep in mind to get you started. The first one is you can't be afraid of it. You know, anxiety needs you to be scared for it to continue, right? The more afraid you are, the more your body's going to release that adrenaline and you're going to continue to spiral out of control. If you weren't afraid of the feelings, they wouldn't perpetuate. And so what I love to do is understand it, is teach people what is happening biologically. And when they understand it biologically, they're not afraid anymore. First of all, if you understand it really well biologically, then you know exactly what to do to get rid of it. And I'm going to tell you that's number 3. But if you understand, sometimes people just learn about it biologically and they've had anxiety forever and it goes away. It's that potent, it's that interesting, and I have a video on that. It's linked below. Number 2, don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. When you judge yourself, you're saying, I can't. You don't trust yourself. You think you're not able. And that's when anxiety could get you. That's when you're vulnerable. It's the anxiety coming in and taking over and telling all of its lies that it tells about you. You can't make decisions. You're not good enough. You can't handle it. You can't do it. It's too hard for you. All those things that anxiety says are lies. But when we're down on ourselves and when we don't trust ourselves and when we judge ourselves harshly constantly, and we all do this in this culture, so I know you all do, and this is the problem. This, I think, is where anxiety comes from. When you judge yourself harshly, you're vulnerable and your anxiety goes up. So growing your self-confidence, and it is a skill and you can grow it, and growing that trust in yourself is what you have to do. And so you have to have compassion and stop beating yourself up about everything, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve any of that. Number 3, take action. The third thing to keep in mind is take action, because that's going to switch the hormones in your brain. It's going to change your adrenaline going, and it's going to release GABA, and GABA puts the brakes on the adrenaline. And that happens when you do something. It could be anything. It could be related to what you're upset about or not, right? And I explain it in my Biology of Fear video, but that's what you need to know. If you do something, pace, walk, clean out a drawer, anything that you do is going to release those hormones, but also it distracts you, it builds confidence. I mean, it benefits you in a lot of other ways, taking action. You get in touch with your agency, you get in touch with the power that you do have, and anxiety shrinks in the meantime. Exactly. So number 4, I want you to keep in mind. So number 1, don't be afraid of it. Number 2, don't judge yourself. Number 3, act. And number 4, distract. Distract yourself. People think distraction is a cop-out. I think it is the best skill that humans have. Think about throughout history how we've overcome such hardships and tragedies is because we don't spend all of our time thinking about it. We've distracted ourselves with other things. Maybe it's for survival, or maybe it's just for joy or creation or something. And so when you distract yourself, oh, there's so much I could tell you about it that's beneficial, but you could see, right? Your anxiety needs your attention. It needs your brain space. So when you distract yourself, you're taking that brain space and using it for something else. And hopefully what you're distracted by is fun and it's entertaining, it's creative. When you're creative, you're benefiting the brain also. You're increasing that cortex, the abilities and the strength and the skills of that prefrontal cortex, and it's going to decrease your anxiety. So these are just 4 little tips here, but they are going to get you on the road. If you want to learn more about the biology of fear, you could click on that link below and I will give you that more information. But I have tons of videos and articles also on my website, jodieamon.com. They're all for you to help you open your heart, release fear, and regain the joy and the happiness that you know that you deserve in this life. So until next time, be present and let that you want to be shine through.